Hold on. Let me take a sip.
Hi.
Working?
Yes, we're recording. We're in. Things are working. I'm coming
Barely.
from Maine.
Yeah. We're coming from a variety of situations here, but it's fine.
Hey, we're making it work.
We're gonna figure it out.
We've made it work.
We will figure it out.
You want to talk about your morning drama?
No, this was it.
Let it out?
This was no, I don't. It just seems to be technology is like the bane of my existence, but it was a full moon last night, so I'm just gonna assume that's what's up, and we're gonna move on.
Yeah, it was a full moon, but it was also like for me very fruitful. I had a lot of things come to an end that I've been having like kind of looming, and like got good news yesterday. Got approved for a bunch of stuff that I've been like waiting on, like has been holding up my life for 3 months. So I feel this tremendous relief.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting.
But also like super big stress as to, oh my God, like we're doing this. So lots of new projects moving forward, but I'm just like, I need to take a moment to be excited about it. And I totally did it yesterday. My husband called me with good news and I'm like, that's so amazing. I'm fixing something.
Yeah. Well, you'll get to it.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
So I'm in Maine right now. We're doing college tours with my daughter.
Oh, what is she
I
thinking?
know. So St. Joseph's is what we're looking at right now.
Okay. I literally drive past the campus. I can grab her and bring her home. Like
that would be amazing.
Yeah, like I literally, so that's right up in Gray, Maine. I drive through it to get to my house.
Yeah.
So that would be literally no sweat. Oh my God, I will bug her all the time. Be like, hi, I was just driving through on a Friday. I came to party with you. Also show up at college parties. No. I'm totally 19.
And you would fit in too. You really would. It's perfect.
All right, so my vote is St. Joe's already. I don't know if you looked at any other schools, but this is it by far.
We're looking in the Vermont. She wants to stay in New England. She's decided that. So at least we've narrowed the areas, and it's getting close to like time for her to start doing this. It's just weird to me, and she's very pragmatic about money and where she's going to end up. It's just so not me. So I'm enjoying watching this experience with her.
What other schools is she looking at?
So like bigger schools, mid-sized schools, UVM, just kind of moving all around New England. So
what about
we shall see where we go.
What about UNE, University of New England? What is she studying?
So I know I like UNE. So that's that. She's still narrowing her fields of study down and like exactly what she wants to do. So I'm pushing her towards the sciences, but she's
people love UNH too. People love that.
It's an option.
And I think they do. Does UNH do like Mass State tuition? If you're a Massachusetts resident, you get
I believe so. Yeah.
And I think UNE does the same thing. I know St. Joe's is a private college.
I think most colleges are just begging people to go at this point. So
true.
I think she's going to get a sweet deal regardless. We'll see.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited.
It's never going to be a massive university, but I know. It's a lot. I hate it, but I also love it.
Crazy. Okay. Well,
it's time.
Awesome. It is time.
Yeah. So
and then you've got one more.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Do I ever? Whenever I posted that photo of National Sons Day this week and just saw how huge he is next to his sisters. I'm like, kid's 14. Like I just can't. I know. And we've had a super heavy week. One of his friends lost their dad, and it's someone that we've been really good friends with for a long time. So just processing a lot of stuff right now. It's just a lot. So
that's a bummer. I'm sorry.
That's why I was absent on Wednesday, everybody. It's just
okay.
It's been one of those weeks, and here we are. I feel like we always start our show with, it's been a week.
I know. Pretty much every time.
So I feel like you should now accept the fact it's always a week.
I know. No, I'm used to it. I'm good. I think we just have like mutual chaos. So getting the chaos to dissipate for like the same amount of time.
Yeah, right. Just a little bit. Just like 30 minutes of our day so we can do our show. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I wasn't upset though. Wednesday morning, I got a little extra time in. with the guy I'm seeing before. We kind of separate. He's like got stuff going on, and then I got stuff going on, so we don't see each other for a couple of weeks.
That's a little nugget, everybody.
So yeah, so when you were like, it's okay, I was like, all right, cool. Like covered myself back up with the covers and got a little extra time.
Before life gets in the way. And if you have a minute to like take self-care, take your damn self-care. I think we forget as humans sometimes.
Yeah, it was nice. He blew off stuff too. We were both like, to just get another hour of sleep, like in the same vicinity. We were like, this is way better. Like,
yeah, right.
Good idea.
Well, and especially when a relationship is new like that, and like you just kind of crave that intimacy and wanting to be with each other. So that's nice.
Yeah.
You don't have to say me too.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really know if I'm that.
You don't have to respond to that.
Craves like,
but but regardless, it's just one of those things where it's just so comfortable. It's like warm. If I was going to describe it to anybody else, it's warm, it's comfy, it's homey. It's like, this is real. I'm comfortable. I don't want to get up.
Yeah, it's gone through. Yeah, that's true. Although he has a really nice bed and a really fluffy dog. So I think that's
there's actual also physical comfort there.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny because the relationship has gone through so many different phases. Like we were friends, then it was kind of one of those like situation-y ship things, and then I was like somehow the girl that turned the situation-y ship into like dating, and I don't really know.
Can you actually talk about dating in 2023? I feel like Tinder just released this $499 a month for Tinder Premium, and I was like, what? But what is that? Like Tinder Select?
No. Especially because like the pool on Tinder is very specific for a very specific thing, no matter what you do. It's just what the app is known for.
So it's like,
I can't understand. You're spending $500 to get laid. So like, I can't.
But like, here's all of my shots. Here's the last time I tested. Like, what does Tinder Select look like?
I don't know. And I was really bad on the apps. Like every time I went on them, I lasted like a day. And then I was like, I can't.
Well, because it's the same people, right? It's the same single pool.
Yeah. And then it was like every 4 people you see somebody else you know. And in the summertime, like what's the relevancy to people being on the apps because they're from Boston, so you're not going to see them anyway. Like it was not really functional. And also too, like I'm such a weird kid. Like I felt like I was potentially getting attention on the apps just because it was different. So like you have all these girls in the dating pool that have these very, I don't want to say regular lives. Everybody has normal hobbies, I'll say. Yeah, and I don't have normal hobbies. So I just felt like I was getting swiped on or getting attention just because I was a weirdo. Like just because
I call it fringe. We call it fringe. We're just on the outskirts of regular, okay?
But it's true.
Those are the people we are.
It's totally true. So I felt like I was getting attention not because people were interested, just because I was like something different. And I was like,
ooh, a zoo animal.
Totally. And I was like, forget this, because like then you sit down, you talk to people, and you're like, oh, we actually have like nothing in common. You have no interest. You don't like an independent woman. You don't have any interest in what I do. You will never follow me off a cliff. Like this isn't gonna work for me.
It was really funny. I met a friend yesterday for dinner, and she brought her daughter Sophie, who's like 23, so my older daughter's age. And she was just talking about dating in Boston and dating where she was leaving college. And she said, I went on a date with this 22-year-old guy, and he was like still talking about fraternity stuff. Like they've graduated. Like they're not, she's like, and Boston guys, she's like, why are all Boston guys 5'7" and they've got no hobbies and they live with their mom? And I was just like, that's really true. It's a lot. I'm sorry, Boston guys. I'm not coming for you. I'm just saying.
But it's true. And they're wearing like the Patagonia vests, like the gray ones over top a button down if they work in the financial, like it's all this, they're all the same. I think Boston is like one big campus too.
Yeah.
I don't miss that. I think I kind of gave up on dating and was like, I'm just going to make this really good friend thing and just like double down, and it worked for me. Though I like do not recommend it because it was very dumb and 9 times out of 10 it does not work. So I don't really know. I'm still trying to figure out how I made it work.
You know, I've been married since birth, so I do like watching this whole thing as a sociological experiment, sort of, as you're in your 30s, she's in her 20s. You know, my teens and how they're interacting with humans of the whatever chosen partnership situation it would be. And it's interesting to watch. It's all kind of the same right now. And everybody's kind of like, meh.
Yeah. So now I'm 30 and I'm seeing somebody and it's great. And then I have to deal with like a whole other round of crap. Like, how soon is too soon into a relationship for a man to pee in front of you? I want a real answer to that.
I feel like it's so natural, but I mean, if he's comfortable doing it, then whatever.
So that was it. I was like, I'm so glad you're comfortable in front of me, but like, how do I tell you that, like,
if it bothers you, like my husband's very private, still locks the door. We've been married 20 years. He gets mad at me when I go to the bathroom with the door open. Like gets mad at me still.
So I thought of you in that moment because I remembered that. I was like, no, it's okay. This is like Cliff and Steph. Like he's more open. I'm gonna close the door. I can still close the door. I was like, oh my God. But then also like, how did we go from like friends to like now you're peeing in front of me? Like this is
yeah. When those lines are blurred and you just don't care anymore, I really, like, honestly, I did something the other day and he goes, when did we get here in our relationship? And I'm like, there is nothing you don't know about me at this point. Nothing. What's the point of making pretenses? But the man enjoys his pretenses.
It's just like each little step is like a new relationship mile. It's just like I would like to see them coming so I can mentally prepare for them because like putting on my mascara and the man peeing next to me was like not a milestone I was ready for on a Monday morning.
I did not check that bingo box.
I need like a regimented step list. This was not on it.
Help.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, other than that, he's great. So I'm going to keep going with it. But.
I love that, though. What is that relationship milestone? If you're out there watching, please chime in and maybe you got a funny aside for it.
Or like the moment. Yeah, like the moment you knew, like, oh, I'm deeper in this than I really.
This is a relationship.
This was the moment I realized I was like in it. Yeah.
It's no longer a situationship. It's now a relationship, whether it is what it is. But
yeah,
it's here. That's relationshipy. Yeah. That's not dating.
No, but anyway.
Yeah. So we're gonna get to what's roasting because my hotel coffee is not cutting it for me today. I really need to get a real coffee place. And there are a bunch of them on this strip here. So.
Oh yeah, totally. Are you in Gray? I can give you some recommendations while you're down.
Yeah.
You're close to
Wyndham. Text me. I'm in Wyndham.
Oh yeah, I'll give it. There's an Aroma Joe's right there. That's really killer. It's next to.
I need something that's not this.
Yeah, if you come out of that intersection and you go left, this is weird. I can tell you where to go. There's an Aroma Joe's. Highly recommend.
My girlfriend's daughter Sophie was like, "You need a Mr. Bagel." I was like, "Okay, I'll see."
Oh my God, you're so close to Rennie's. All right, we'll take this conversation offline, but I will have to tell you. All right.
I know. We've got a tour that's coming up at 10 a.m. So we got to get into what's roasting immediately.
Let's get in.
Dumbledore died.
I know.
To be fair, I thought he was already dead. So.
Well, okay. You're right and you're wrong because there's two. So we had an original OG from the first movie, and then we had one from the rest of the movies. The first one, I forget their names. The first Dumbledore did maybe the first one of the first two, and he passed away.
I knew you would be able to answer this for me because I'm not a Harry Potter chick, and you are like got your houses and all your outfits.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm, 82, had pneumonia, really sad. We're kind of starting
It's a good life, but just a crappy way to go. I feel like in 2023, we should not have pneumonia deaths.
Yeah, we are starting to see a lot of that cast go. Hagrid passed away last year. Snape has passed away. So we've kind of seen some of those like pivotal characters. Now with the three of them gone, I'm like, who else is there?
I know. You know who's next.
Don't go there.
The old lady. I know. She's going.
Don't.
I know.
Minerva. She's amazing.
Minerva's been around since Anne of Green Gables. I've loved that woman for a very long time.
Oh my God. She's one of the best actresses, I think, by far. She's
so good.
Truly incredible.
Right. And very versatile.
So we were sad to see that. But also I'm playing. We have a death league, me and my friends. I think I've mentioned this before. And I thought about putting him on my death league, but I didn't want to
will it?
Yes, exactly. So I didn't put him on, but this would have been a good amount of points. So I'm feeling a little bit sad about it that I didn't have.
Yeah, I was sad. I know death is always hard.
I think but he had a long life. I mean, what a cool dude.
I know.
Also, like, I wonder what stuff he took from the set that's just like sitting on his mantle. Like, does he have the Elder Wand? Like,
his family was like, there it is, the wand.
I'm sure if he had, I would assume it's somewhere else, but like, I wonder if he probably took something like a robe. He always had the best outfits. I just assume.
Well, maybe he's taken them with him. Who knows?
Oh my God.
I don't know what his plans are for the afterlife there, but
I'm sure he had a great life, but like if he was buried in a Dumbledore robe, I wouldn't blame him.
Right? Everyone would be obsessed with him forever.
I'm sure he had other great acting roles, but that's what you're known for the rest of your existence.
Yeah, yeah, you're definitely typecast in that fashion. So I saw this story about Billie Eilish, and I don't really particularly love her, but I loved her advice. There's nothing about her that I don't like. I just don't particularly really like her. She's a kid to me.
Do you have anybody
like
that
still
you, like,
acts like a child?
Though, do you have anybody that you're like fan base part of from this century?
No.
Okay, so she doesn't need to take it personally.
No. It's not personal at all. I just still see her like childlike, watching someone grow up like that in front. I don't need an extra teenager. You know what I mean? Like to me, it's like
she's so talented. I think it's on Netflix. Yeah. They did a documentary on the music of James Bond and how it was developed, and it walked through her process of how she created that track for the movies. Absolutely incredible. If you're into movies and you're into like the music scene of movies, the cinematography aspect, absolutely incredible. I highly recommend. And like my respect for her jumped like crazy.
Sometimes she's truly an artist. I think she's amazing at what she does.
She gets a little monotonous in her sound, I think. Just this like constantly like airy underwater, like very ethereal, but like kind of all like monotone, which is her thing. But it's not like
her style.
It's not my pump up jam. That being said, though, we're getting a new album, so that's exciting.
Well, and I loved what she had said, her advice for women and aspiring artists. You don't have to be exceptional. I like it. You do what you were made to do. And I think it's really good about embracing. It's about freaking time we just embrace what we're good at and what we like. And I love that she's
but I don't
kind of taking the pressure off of people to be that. That's all that is what it said to me.
Yeah,
you disagree?
I think I agree and disagree at some point. Like, I think if you're good at something, you're naturally inclined and naturally talented at something, you owe that talent and that innate ability to pursue it. And I think try it and see how far you can take it. And of course, that's a place of privilege and interest, but I think there's a sentiment to, you were given this talent, go foster it, go do something with it, go see how good you can be at it as part of the human existence. I think saying you don't have to be exceptional is a little bit of a cop-out. Like, you can be just good enough and be successful. You can be just mediocre and do something with that. I don't know. I kind of think
but what does that say to you after you've reached the height of what you can physically do? And then it just wasn't exceptional. It just wasn't. Like, what, to be fair,
then
most people are not exceptional.
Well, then go figure out what you're good at, or go figure out what makes you happy, or go take the lesson of like, I really, really tried at that. And maybe I wasn't as good at so-and-so, or maybe I wasn't, but I learned this, and this, and now I can go be really exceptional at something else. Like, I just think that there's a human life aspect to trying and doing different things and being exploratory.
I think it's good to let people know that obviously, you know, if you're going to college to be a runner, what are you going to do after that? You're not going to compete in the Olympics. There's not the next step there. Okay. It's like, what's your exceptional?
Well, that's your level of exceptional. I think there's different levels to it. I think you can be really good at something without being at an Olympic
I don't think that's exceptional. I think that's just really good.
Okay.
And we can agree to disagree. It's fine. I feel like using the word exceptional is like, it's remarkable. It is the top of the top. And some people are just never going to be the top of the top.
Yeah. What I don't want is an idol saying it's okay to not have to try. Because that's what this feels like to me. Like,
and I didn't get that.
You can be okay just being good enough, and you can be successful just being good enough. So do what you're comfortable doing. Like, no, if you're bored with something, keep going, keep trying it.
And I totally read the opposite. I was like, oh, she's just saying it's okay. You had a bad day. You don't have to be the best at everything all of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems to
me
like
you're competitive.
Probably, yeah. That's all it is. Like, no, go be better.
And I am also competitive, just in a different fashion.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna skip ahead just a little bit because I know Billie Eilish is such a super Office fan.
Yeah.
And the Office reboot is reportedly in the works. I'm a huge fan as well. But I don't know how they're gonna do it.
I think it's gonna be such a flop.
So inappropriate.
Nope.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it was an era.
Was always right to avoid it.
It was an era. It was a time. It was a thing. It is iconic in itself. People are still replaying it. I think any reboot is like a money grab. Like, I can't get behind it. I don't think you're going to make it as iconic money grab. As it was.
That will never happen. And it's like, you don't need to revisit it. But I mean, you could do it in some funny fashions. But the point was, it was so inappropriate. And being the day and age that we live in now, you just can't be that inappropriate.
No.
You just can't. Without being completely canceled or people just losing their damn minds.
But it's the same thing with like Friends. Gilmore Girls. Though Gilmore Girls did like kind of an okay reboot, but like people were all up in arms about it still. And thank God it was short. Sex and the City, the reboot is like mediocre in comparison to
it's
the
meh.
OG.
I'm still watching it.
Why are we bothering? Like, just
I know.
Keep those in their like iconic little box forms and let it go.
I feel like it's like we just want to check in with that character and see where it is. Like, it's not that great, but you're familiar. I don't
know. Can we not come up with any other ideas for TV?
That's the problem. I don't think there's any new ideas.
We're just rebooting everything. Like, we're going to get a reboot of Big Bang Theory and Modern Family and like all those that were really popular. We're just going to keep getting the same thing over and over and over again.
That's basically what we've been doing since the beginning of time, no?
Reinventing the wheel, literally.
Well, let's talk about the Cher thing because I feel like there's a lot to unpack there. What the absolute flip.
Here's my initial take on it. The headline is so bad. So bad. And then when you actually get down to the nitty-gritty of the story, you're like, oh, Cher, kind of support you. I kind of get it.
Yeah.
So the headline is that she hired 4 people to go in and abduct her son out of his hotel room. And then when you get down to it, the son tried to file for divorce from his wife at the time. He's a known addict. He's continuously struggled with drug abuse. Then he decides he's going to disappear with this wife for a reconciliation. Who knows what that means? He spends 12 days in New York City. She can't get in touch with him. She can't figure out what's going on. I'm assuming the two of them are on a bender because Cher goes in and sends guys to take him out of the hotel room to bring him to a facility. Like, not like abduct and I'm going to like put you in a body bag and move on. Like, she got a court order to take him from a hotel room and get him treatment because she was trying there for his well-being. Like, okay, that is not quite like abduction from 4 hired men.
Right. No, but I mean, I get it. But also the wife, that's her version of this. And now she's selling it because she's got a part. She needs money, whatever it is. It's kind of gross. But I mean, it's just badass Cher. Cher's badass.
You kind of wonder too, like I'm just like totally making this up, but you can assume that they were probably doing drugs together in New York City.
Oh, 100%. That's a nightmare.
And now she's selling the story for money to make the headline to probably use.
Let's
that
leave
money
out all the pertinent details.
Right. And if she came out, her quote was like, I understand his family's efforts to make sure he is well, and I want what is best for my husband. Like, okay, so you kind of support the abduction, but you came out and you sold the story. Like, it's just a little bit like, okay, there's more to this. He wasn't really like taken in a body bag. Relax,
and also
everybody.
Seems like you're not aiding in the recovery here, honey. You got some issues.
Right. Like, should you have gone, or if you were on this bender for 12 days with your husband, you think you're reconciling and you're not doing drugs? Like, what are you doing? And why are you not putting him in a facility?
Yeah, it's very fishy. But also, I just had like a newfound respect for Cher. It was just like, she is badass.
Yeah. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit. We're not doing this again.
No.
Goodbye. Like, perfect. She's like, I have 2 things to do. I have to go like hang out with my 24-year-old boyfriend. So we're just going to take care of this really quick. I'm going to send you off. I'm going to go back to my life.
Well, I
You do
mean,
your
to be
thing.
fair, Greg Allman was a known addict. His children that he fathered were known addicts. He's lost a few of them. I mean, it's just like it's one of those gene pools that probably should not have been forwarded. It's
Ooh,
awful to
brutal.
say. I know it
Yeah.
is, but
Well,
people went to him to be a sperm donor. Like it wasn't like he made kids out of whatever. Like they sought out his musicality. But also when you get that fine line of genius crazy, it's there are some serious mental health issues you're forwarding.
yeah. I always say, like, the more genius you are in one area, the more a chip is missing in another. Like, your
Oh,
brain is only
100%.
capable of so much.
Well, there we go. We go to exceptional versus the creative brain. It is always that fine line and you dance that mental health dance because
Van
you're not
Gogh
like everybody
cut off
else.
his ear. Da
Yeah,
Vinci wrote backwards and was like all of his conspiracy theories.
Exactly. You don't function on a regular plane.
Yeah.
You're exceptional.
Yeah, and I think
exceptionally crazy.
Addiction is hard and totally genetic.
Well, because it numbs your actual issues. That's why people seek it out. It's not anything other than you're looking to not feel like the way you feel, which is it's not the same.
Yep. Well, a divorce that was finalized. Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde, finally.
Finally, I feel like that took forever. And she's getting spousal support. Why is she getting money?
Because she claimed that her annual income is $500,000 a year.
Okay. What? I don't think she needs any of this money. I think that she just is being spiteful.
Where is your excess bank account in Switzerland or in like the Cayman Islands? Like, where's all of your actual money? Because
it just doesn't feel right to me.
$500,000 a year.
Or is it just that she's claiming that the disparity between his wealth and hers is
no, she
that's
literally
the amount of money?
Her 2023 estimated income was $500,000 in comparison to his $10.5 million.
So do you think it was just basically he was like, whatever, I'm just so over you. Take this money and just get out of my face.
$27,500 a month for his kids. What kind of children are you raising that need that kind of money?
I don't know, but I will never know or live that life. That's also not for me. It feels wasteful, exorbitant.
I just can't figure out how she got away with claiming that. Like, was she not just like traipsing all over Europe to promote a new movie?
Yep, with Harry Styles.
Right.
Fine.
Was Harry Styles her sugar daddy? Like, what is happening here?
So many questions.
Obviously the court saw it as realistic, or the tax. I don't know. If I was in the IRS, I'd be like, excuse me, something about this is wrong, and I feel like you did not pay taxes.
Yeah, it's not sitting right with me. It's just not sitting right with me. It really bothered me that she wanted his money. It did.
Yep. More divorces.
And then, oh yeah, well, the Joe Jonas, Sophie Turner thing. Sophie Turner's living with Taylor Swift right now.
It continues. Well, I don't know if they're living together. Although, actually, Taylor Swift is supposed to be in the state because I think she's going to the game at MetLife on Sunday. The rumor has it, to go see her man play again. Like,
I know, with their new Brittany Holmes. Please don't be friends with her.
No,
she's a terrible human.
But again, I will say it again. I love this era for Taylor. Go for it. Too. Go to the football games. I'm all about it. Like, go have fun. Eat your chicken tenders. Heinz ketchup put out a new bottle of ketchup and
with ranch.
Yes.
Sorry,
seemingly ranch. They called it because that's what like the tabloids said. Taylor Swift is eating chicken tenders and seemingly ranch, and now suddenly Heinz like jumped in the bed. Brilliant. All of it is brilliant. There's nobody that is living for the content more than me. But
I love the fact that she's helping her friend out. She's like, oh, I'm not going to be in New York, Sophie. You can stay in my apartment.
Yeah, she's like, it's my investment property. Don't worry about it. You can stay. Yeah, well, that was because there was a whole issue in back and forth. Joe was going to take the kids. She wasn't allowing her to see them, and Sophie wanted the passports, but Joe was like, you literally can't take them out
This is feeling grimy to me also. I don't
content
like.
I'm not living for. I just
Yeah,
it's
no.
messy.
In this day and age, don't be a brat about it. Just figure it out and be grown-ups. You're adults and you actually have children that you need to adult
But they're not
for.
adults. She's like 26 or 27. She's not an adult.
I know.
That's why.
No, but you are an adult. You are an adult who made other humans. You still now have to be the adult because you have to be the adult for other small humans.
Yeah, but your brain's not fully developed on how to handle this level of divorce.
I don't know. It's bothersome to me. It really is. And they have way too much money and privilege to not be able to wield it properly, to be able to show up for your kids.
But also, like, I wonder what Joe Jonas is feeling. Like, is he like, wow, I'm so glad my ex-girlfriend is lending her apartment to my now ex-wife?
It's weird. So it's like, I knew that about him. Take the apartment.
But I also think about it like, I dated some of my best friends.
Yeah.
And like, if their wife needed something, I would like 100% like open the doors and be like, I don't know, I'm not picking sides, but like, you guys need a thing. I'm the support here. I will help you. So I get it. But also I think the content in the tabloids about it are funny. Like Taylor Swift and Sophie Turner going out to dinner. I'm like, hey, this is in their outfits. I'm like, this is amazing.
I know.
For as a pop culture moment, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is some weird stuff there. For content recs, I have not ingested anything. I have like another 5 books that I've never finished. I feel like an uncultured swine. I'm not doing anything right now. What about you?
I'm still on my Suits bender. But I am gonna get into the Golden Bachelor. The Bachelor.
We need to talk about it. Apparently, it was like gangbusters yesterday. Everybody loved it. It was sweet. It was romantic. I didn't get a chance to watch it. But even Hank, my 70-year-old Tuesday co-host, is like, I love the Golden Bachelor.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list. And then Dancing with the Stars starts up again. And I don't really love the cast, but I'm always interested to see the choreography and the like.
Well, I'm going to be watching for the Jamie Lynn Spears content and how they're going to be crazy knife-wielding Britney in all of this.
Yeah, I got to keep up. That's it.
She said she was dating Shakira. I don't know what that is, but once again, I don't like to point out people's unwellness in their brain, but
we're starting to see why we're starting to see why the conservatorship was.
We always knew. It's just that, living your life in a box. I equate it to when you board a dog and you keep it in a crate for this amount of time, and then all of a sudden they have the freedom. They don't know what to do. They lose their damn minds.
I just can't believe
it's not fair.
I just don't. I agree, but I don't.
I feel like they did keep Britney like a pet. It was abuse. It was horrible. The shit she had to endure, and now they're like, okay, now you've got your freedom. And she doesn't even know how to be a human.
However, I will say nobody would give a crap about Jamie Lynn Spears if Britney's thing didn't blow up. Like if her conservatorship and getting her Free Britney was not a movement, nobody would give a shit about Jamie Lynn.
That's also true.
So I think everybody's capitalizing on all of it. Okay, that's it. I gotta go to work.
All right. I gotta go. You gotta go. Get perky with us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Hopefully all the tech works on Monday.
Guys, just bear with us. If you're still here, you're fans. You're truly fans. Thank you.
Bye.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonade.
What?
It's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. First Shot Morning Show. I forgot my line. I'm sorry. Okay.
The First Shot Morning Show is produced by Lemonadio. When life gives you lemons, make radio. We encourage everyone to listen happier.com.